When you get ready to set up your progress monitoring, you are going to go log into FastBridge with your email address and your password. If you need help with that, you can go to the login training. But once you log in, you're going to be logged in under specialist. You can set up your progress monitoring through specialist, or you can set it up as a teacher. I recommend that you set it up as a teacher view. It makes it a whole lot easier. I am currently on the trainer version of FastBridge, so I'm going to set it up as a teacher because in the training view, I have different schools I can also choose from. So I'm going to go through Travis Middle School, and I'm going to use the 6th grade Julie Lane Sandbox teacher to set up a progress monitoring. So I'm going to use a 6th grader at the middle school. So once we get to this teacher, I am going to click on progress monitoring to set up this progress monitoring. So once we click on progress monitoring, it will pull up all of that teachers, students that are currently have progress monitoring schedules in FastBridge. And so what we're going to do is we're going to set up a new progress monitoring. So we will have all of these students who currently have progress monitoring already set up. We are going to set up a new one. So we're going to hit new. And we're going to do it in reading. And we're going to add a student. So whenever you add students, you have your choice of the drop-down menu here, which is going to give all of the students in the class. So you will be able to see all the students in the class. If you are in specialist view, you're going to be able to see all the students that are entered in for intervention in your school. If you have access to multiple schools, you'll be able to see all of the students that are entered in interventions for multiple schools. That's the reason why I recommend going under teacher view. It gives you less students. If you know the student's last name, then you can go ahead and click on that student. But we're going to look at Caleb Smith here. And we're going to go ahead and hit confirm. And then we're going to choose an assessment. So for this assessment, we're going to look at CBM Reading English. And our monitoring user is going to be Julianne Sandbox. So we're going to go ahead and start typing in her name. It makes it easier to find because all of the usernames that can be monitor users are going to be in there. So it's going to be your own name. If I was using my own account, I would type in my name. But it's going to be your own name because you're going to be the one who's monitoring that. And we will start with Form 1. Now, the start and end dates for your progress monitoring is going to depend on what is your purpose for the progress monitoring. If you are setting up a goal that is an amendment to an IEP, then you're going to start with the date of that amendment to the end of the IEP. If you're starting with a goal and a new IEP, it's going to be the beginning of the IEP to the end of the IEP. If you're just wanting to monitor a goal that is currently on an IEP to the end cycle of your IEP, so maybe you have a fluency goal already and you want to start using FastBridge, then you're going to start with the start date that you want to start using FastBridge to the end of your IEP. The start and end dates, usually their end date is the end of your IEP, and your start date is whatever date that you're going to start using your FastBridge monitoring. So usually this goes with your IEP cycle. However, since I don't know Caleb Smith, I'm going to make it the beginning of school year. So we're going to do it that week of August the 13th will be the first progress monitoring. And we're going to do it to the end of the school year, which is going to be May the 17th. And I'm saying May the 17th and not going to August the 13th because we don't begin IEPs at the beginning of August. So I would probably go ahead and have an IEP meeting in May to reset for next school year, so that her IEP would come due again in May of next year. So the frequency that this is going to be monitored is once per week. And then we're going to scroll down. And it's going to give me all of the information we need for her goal. So it tells me that she is in grade level 6. It tells me that she has a screening score of 150 with some risk. She has a start score of 201 and a weekly gain or the rate of improvement of 1.4, which is realistic, and a goal of 256. So we kind of go from there to write our baseline and our goal. So our baseline is 201 and our goal is 256. And that rate of improvement is realistic. So that's how we would write our goal. We would say that she is going to make a rate of improvement of 1.4 with a goal of 256 words per minute. So that's how we set it up. We would just scroll on down. We would hit save. Kayla already has a progress monitoring. It will not let you set up an additional one if she's already in one. And so since she already has one, it will not let us set it up. If you scroll down, it does say that she has the option to add intervention. You can put this in here. I wouldn't recommend wasting your time. We do not use the FastBridge graphs. So putting your intervention on this graph is only just going to waste time for you to put that information in there. So since it's optional, I wouldn't waste your time putting it in there. So normally you would hit save and it's gonna save it. Since she already has one in, it's right here. It's Kayla Smith. You can click on the box and you can edit setup from here. If you wanted to change anything from that, it would pull it up and it would show that she does have CBM reading English, that the dates was 23 to 24 and it was 9/3 to 4/19. If we wanted to change those dates, and the frequency was once every 3 weeks. Well, we wanted it to be once a week. So we could change that to once per week. And it would update that. And we can update our start and our end dates. So those are things that you can change if you make a progress monitoring and you hit save and you're like, oh, I made a mistake. You can go back in and you can make those changes after you've already set one up. You just got to find the student and make those changes. It will change the goal if you change the start and end date. So this one was starting September of 2023. Well, we don't want it to start September 2023. I want it to start August the 13th of 2023. And it's going to end in May. And so you will see that the goal changes with the beginning and the ending dates changing. And whenever we changed our frequency. So the goal changes with the amount of frequency and the start and end dates because of the algorithms that it already has in there. And so then we can come down and we can save that information, and it changes her goal based off the information that we have saved and what we wanted for that. So now her data is saved. We can hit OK. Her plan is now the way that we want it to be done.